still on the phone with his ex, and so I tell her to come to Cheddar's with us because we're gonna set him up.
She bad, she bad, she bad, she bad, she bad, she bad. Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Fendi bag, Prada bag, Louis bag, Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Birkin bag. She in a bag, she drip, she swag, never mad, she glad. Louis bag, she in a bag.
Look, mama needs some meal money, Prada bag and hill money.
Hey YouTube, it's Leona Kennedy, and I'm finally back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a story time. So I'm not going to say any names, but I'm going to refer the guy as Dave. We're just going to call him Dave. And so I was talking to Dave for like 2 months. This happened, and I think it was the last day of December actually. So me and him, we was talking for like 2 months, like I said, and I was really liking him. I really could see myself dating him and being in a real relationship. So I was on Twitter one day, and I get this DM from this girl. I'm like, whatever. I mean, it's just a DM. So she DMs me and says, "Hey, I have a couple questions for you." I'm like, sure, why not? Because it's just a couple questions. I don't know who she is. She might have like questions about anything. So I'm like, okay, let me just see what she wants. As soon as I say okay, I get a call from Dave, right? I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, you know who just DM'd you? I was like, just now? And he's like, yeah, just now. And I was like, no, who is she? And he's like, oh, that's my ex. In my head, I'm like, how do you know I just got a DM? How do you know this? He doesn't have my Twitter password or anything. And he said, just don't talk to her because she's crazy, and like she's gonna like be saying stuff like trying to like ruin us and get in between us and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to her. Don't let her bother you. Don't let her get under you and stuff. And he's just going on about like how she came to his mom's house one day, just like cutting up on him, going off and stuff. And I'm like, why the heck? Remind you guys, me and him, we was talking for 2 months, and he told me like they was together for like 4 years. So 4 years compared to 2 months, like there's a big difference. He told me when we first started talking, like, there's nothing to worry about between me and her. Like, we do go to the same school. There's nothing to worry about because I don't even talk to her anymore, like, or anything. So for me to get a DM from her, I'm like, why she DMing me? And so, you know, I still be curious. So I still went and talked to her, and so I'm hearing her out. It's like, I have to tell you about someone you know. And at that point, I'm already knowing like it's about him. What the heck could it be? And knowing him, like, he should know I was gonna talk to her regardless. But whatever. So he's thinking I'm not finna talk to her, but probably in the back of his head, he's like, yeah, she's still gonna talk to her. I FaceTime the girl, his ex, and so she proceeds to tell me and him like been talking like since they've been broke up and stuff. And I'm like, I have no clue. I'm so sorry. And so like she's like, I'm already knowing you probably don't even know. He's been lying to me about you, saying like I don't even know this girl. And And then he's like, oh, well, she's just for business, because he wanted to do like fashion and shit. Like, I can draw, and so I helped him out with probably a couple of his drawings. I actually still have them, so they're not much really help because I got them still. Me and Dave was planning to go on a date on the 1st, and January 1st. So on New Year's, we was planning on going to Cheddar's. And so she told me a whole bunch of stuff, but I really don't want to get into that, of course. And so basically, he was just lying the whole time, saying like he hasn't talked to her or like anything. But like eventually, to me, he tells me he's been communicating with her, but not like that or anything. At this point, I'm like, you already lied to me. For me to think that you're not communicating with her at the beginning, I'm thinking this is throughout the whole time me and him was talking. All of a sudden now, like, he wants to say he's been talking to her. And so in my head, I'm like, I don't like to be lied to, because I always give full trust before you give me reasons not to trust you no more. Me and him supposed to go on this date, and he doesn't know that I've been talking to her or knows anything, the things she said and the things she sent to me for like proof. Because I'm thinking this dude is absolutely perfect, you guys. Like, there was not one thing wrong with him in my eyes. Like, he knew how to talk, he knew how, he looked good, he was just like perfect. So we could get some type of answers or something, because I know if I come to him, he's going to either lie to me or just not answer. And I know he wasn't going to tell her the truth, because clearly he's been lying to her as well. And so I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna go to Cheddar's, you're gonna meet us up there. She's like, okay, and I'm gonna tell you when to come in. So me and him, we got sat at the table, and so me and him was just talking at this point. Like, I'm like really hurt on the inside, just because like I just don't like to be lied to in that type of way, especially when I give you opportunities to tell me the truth. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. So while we're at the dinner table, I'm looking at the menu, and so I'm just talking to him, and like, yeah, we ended up bringing the ex up so we could talk about it face to face. And like, he started to try and tell the truth. He still wasn't telling me the whole truth, because there are things that was said that he did not want to say. So like, he'll say like the good part of the story, but leave out the bad side. So I'm asking him questions. I'm like, so when's the last time you loved her? Like, or when did you stop loving her? And he's like, December. And like, December was a day ago. And then he's like, well, I mean, the beginning of December, right? But in the messages, it definitely said way later in December too. He went to this party day before the 1st. He went to this party, I knew, and she was there. I was on the phone with her when she went to the party as well. And he was dancing up on her and stuff, and like, she was telling me all this. So when he started telling the truth, I'm like, it's already too late. It's already too late. So I text her, I'm like, come in. And so she's walking in. She has this friend with her too. So like, me and him is face to face. We're in a booth, and she approaches the table, and his face looks over and just like turns so down. It's like, and to me, I'm like, dang, he just know he done messed up, y'all. He just knew when he saw her. It was just funny, because like, you never get to really see these things. And I tell you guys, this is the funniest thing that happened to me. So she sat next to me, and her friend sat next to him, so he can't leave. And so she looks at me and she's like, hey, so do you want to start or should I? And I'm like, you go ahead with all that. What much can I really say? Because yeah, I am talking to him now, but y'all have 4 years, so you go ahead with it. And so she's starting. So she's like, I thought you didn't know her when she was calling and I seen your phone and I was like, who is that? Juice was like, nobody. He was lying to her because he said he didn't want her to know about me because of this exact reason, because he thinks she's crazy and is going to just mess up everything. But that's just because he was still trying to like talk to her, I guess. She only found out my Twitter because he retweeted one of my pictures and he thought like he was still blocked on her page because he had her Twitter. Why you got her Twitter if y'all ain't talking? And I asked him that, he couldn't even answer. In my head, I'm already knowing like he's been up to stuff. If he would tell me the truth and be like, yeah, I was talking to her, yeah, I did do this and that with her, then the situation could have been a lot different, and I still probably would want to like talk to him in that type of way. Me and him is friends now, so I'm not really saying this to bash him or anything, but I'm just telling our story because me and him are friends. I do not talk to her because like I didn't talk to her before this fact, so there's no need for me to talk to her after the fact. When she was saying like at the party he was whispering in her ear like I love you, and I was like, but you just told me you stopped loving her a whole month ago. And he's like, well, I meant that in a friendly love, like I love you as a friend. And I'm like, boy, shut up. I'm not really listening to none of that. At the table, we're just really airing it all out, and he's sticking to his story like he didn't do none of this stuff with her. Y'all can use y'all imagination what stuff is, but he's saying like none of that went down, but she's saying he did like a whole week ago and stuff, and like she did not have proof, but at that point I was already over the fact, so it kind of didn't matter if they did or did not. And so I'm just like sitting here, just I'm at this point I'm kind of ready to go. But one thing he had me so messed up on, he was trying to flip it on me and was like, wow, I can't believe you would do this to me and set me up like this. In my head I'm like, well, if you wasn't still like talking to your ex, I wouldn't have a problem. Like this wouldn't happen. We could have went on a real date at this point. But now you wanna still be talking to your ex. So I just wanted questions to be answered. And I mean, my questions still kind of never got answered for real, because it was still that he said, she said. After everything, me and him walking out, and I'm telling him to just relax at this point. Like, it's whatever, because he was mad as heck, like that his ex and I was at the table. I'm a very calm and chill person unless you push me to that point, but most of the time I'm really calm and want you to be calm, even though I know you're probably mad. But I'm just talking to him and I'm telling him like, now she's out the picture, it's okay, it's whatever. We're walking to the car and he's like, oh, I think my ex is still out there. Like, I think that's her car right there. And I'm like, okay. And I'm getting in the car, then so she gets out with her friend. I'm like, what the heck are they finna do? So they're walking to his car and she literally starts yelling at him like all this stuff, like we've been together for 4 years, and just like telling like their history. And I'm just like, I never really experienced heartbreak, like especially not on that level. And I was just feeling so bad for her, because after 4 years, it's just like, that's a long time. Like, that's the love of your life. And she's like, so you don't love me no more? And he told her no. And like, yeah, I know he said that and I was there, so it's not like he's gonna be like, yeah, I do. Like, I know he still probably got love for her inside and stuff, but just to know, like, hear the love of your life say they don't love you no more, that's really heartbreaking. And I felt for her there, because then she started crying, and I was just like, I wanted to give her a hug, but I didn't, because that's not my place. I don't even know her. And then, like, she starts getting mad, and then she starts hitting him and pushing him. So I step out the car. I had on heels, so I wasn't finna do nothing. He's like, go get back in the car. I'm like, nah. But, like, she stopped hitting him after that, so I ended up getting back in the car later. He got me a present, and we didn't even eat the dinner. We had the food to go. So when she finally walked away, me and him get in the car. But I said to him, you got one chance to tell me the truth about anything and everything, and we can actually work on it. But I don't know, he kind of still stuck to his story, and I just felt like there was still lies being told, or not the whole truth was being spilled. And I just wasn't really for it at that point. But, like, I was still like talking to him after that. But mentally, I guess I was already checked out, because I just wasn't feeling the same anymore. But me and him are still friends, y'all. We are still cool to this day. And for me and her, she texted me like later that day and was like, what he say in the car or something, and I just kept it real short to her. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time, and if y'all did, please leave a like. I got a lot more stories to tell you, so just leave in the comments what y'all want to see next. Please subscribe and share this video. That being said, I'll be back with more videos. Peace.